This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to Waco, Texas, and McLean Stadium, the home of the Baylor Bears. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Baylor Bears. For Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. Motion now from the tight end. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught by the receiver. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's caught. Taken down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Makes a quick grab. Fights through the tackle. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mizzou.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Turner. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. He's going to hand this off. Running with purpose. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. The Bears come to the line in a hurry-up. Looking for the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. And you set it down after that completion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. He finds his man. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The Bears are going to cash in this red zone trip. And here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Baylor.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it. He's past the marker and still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And it's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price. He could go. Touchdown, Bears. And the defense joins the scoring party now. The takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender could.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Extra point splits the uprights. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. First and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful.
Boy, this is a big play by this offense. They go on the post route. It's a perfectly run route. It looks like the ball is going to be overthrown, but how about the receiver laying out to bring that one in for the big gain?
Gain on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. It's right for a quick completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
That's a dangerous throw. It falls incomplete, but this defense almost had a second interception today.
Boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series, almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. Lets it go quickly. Catch made, a lot of space now. They finally stop him. Big play, moves the ball to the 22. And Kirk Baylor has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle. Kirk showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. Looking to pass here on second down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Misses the receiver, incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So getting nothing on first down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Risky throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Back to throw again. Looking to scramble. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
This quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
He knocks it through with confidence.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Number 17 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And he's brought down to the 27-yard line. Decent return. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Keeping it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Bears hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo. Kind of sense that the defense is a bit on their heels, confused, looking to the sidelines. A great time to go hurry up.
The Bears will have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The tight end has got it. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quick pass, the catch is made. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
1st and goal, handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Baylor.
Here they just rely on the big boys up front to get a good push, get some tough yards to put 6 points up on the board.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. It is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Off the play fake on first down. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
At first down, sack a surprise. It moves him back into fringe field goal range. Looking to do on 2nd and long. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice game.
That's an important first down on that running play. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. Moves out of the pocket. Escapes the pocket. He's found some room at the 45. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
But the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Throws it to the right. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
He's got it in the open. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice game. The Bears looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Davidson. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Bears. They were not going to catch him that time.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Cannot escape the pass rush there. Brought down for a short loss.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And the pass ball is incomplete in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have, but you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
Gonna run it. It's Davison. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Here he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Baylor. Still no answer for this offense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, here we are in the second half, and this run defense is living up to their billing as a top 10 run defense. This running back can't get anything going and is still yet to break 20 yards on the ground for the game.
Looking right, this one caught. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He make the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up with a first down at the 47.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the run. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Breaks free. Missouri now in the red zone. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Takes the toss and heads left. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run. Loses 2 yards.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
He keeps it on the design run. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on 4th down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get cute, pull out a special play that they've been practicing for weeks. But not this guy. They just line up, run the ball, and pick it up.
Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Oh, when he was going backwards, the Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Missouri.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense and try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Bringing it out, it's Williams. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Toss play to the outside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Play fake, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on 4th and very long. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Punt team stays on the sideline. Offense going for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. Running out of time in the pocket. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense will recover, but it's way short of the first down and a turnover on downs.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Ball handed off. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Interesting choice here on the goal line. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Design quarterback line. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in him.
Point after, knocked right through.
That makes the score 38.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Last time they went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Breaks free. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26. Second down play coming up for this offense. Leaning on the run game here late. Breaks loose at the 40. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Bears.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Heads back out onto the field. The time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quick throw to his receiver. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get in the sync. And now we got another 4th down for this quarterback.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Looks like he's going to run it. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
This is a nice job here by this defense on 3rd down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his 1st down, but they keep him short to set up this 4th down.
4th down, he's throwing for it. The pass rush closing in. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. What a stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the 2nd half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And now from the pistol formation. On the jet sweep. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time. Well, they move the chains on a clutch drive, and that should be good enough. This was a pressure game. They step up and answer it here and secure a big victory in the middle of the season.
Chris, weeks ago, maybe even all the way back to week 1, we circled this game and knew that we had a chance for a major matchup this week.
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor.
That's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff here from the shotgun. Has the first down, is still going. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
He's brought down out at the 46.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space, and a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
And they convert on third down. Move the ball to the 36.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Touchdown, Mizzou. This offense cannot be stopped.
I love the fact they didn't give up today. This has not been a great game for them, but the fact that they're still fighting.
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Williams. And the coverage team will tackle him as the clock runs out. That will wrap up this game.